Hello gamers, and welcome to another preview video for the upcoming Man of Steel DLC for Steel Division 2, one of the best, if not the best, World War II tactical strategy game by Eugene Systems. And today we're going to look at the next division, the 1st Airborne Task Force. It's a multinational task force that briefly operated in southern France in 1944. And yeah, it comprises a wide variety of troops: British Powers, American Pathfinders, glider troops and assault groups, elite Canadian forcemen, Allied ace Tommy Prince is here as well, lacking heavy weaponry, powerful air support to even the odds. So let's take a look. The focus will be on the new units, obviously. I've spent quite some time in the armory to write everything down. And let's take a look at the activation slots first. As you can see, very good recon activation slots. Not super cheap, but actually quite cheap, with 3 1 activation point slots and then 3 times 2. Infantry, you get the full 10 slots, quite cheap till almost the end. Only 3 tank slots, and support only okay-ish, I'd say. The same goes for the anti-tank tab, but 4 cheapish slots, not much AA, but we'll see what's in there. And artillery, very decent, and air, you get 6 very affordable slots. Let's start with the infantry tab, because I always start building my deck in the infantry tab. You get the already known Commandant FFI, some French dudes. They can come in the very fast traction, but it's only a 4-man squad, so there's not that much point in rushing him in, I think. Then you get the assault group, which is new, according to my notes, and the notes seem to be not super much in order, unfortunately. But the assault group is a new unit. You can see the cool uniform. They did quite a lot of work with the unit models for this patch as well. You get an AT grenade with the Willipede. It says AT grenade, but it's actually flames. It's not the gammon bomb, it's the Willipede. Not sure what's wrong. Probably the AT grenade. So it's it's against infantry. The shock apparently reduces suppression in CQC. 5 Thompsons, quite nice. 6 semi-automatic rifles and an automatic rifle. This is quite a nice unit. Then you get the American AB Demolition Group, which is also new. Quite a few of the American units are actually new in this division. You get 2 grease guns. They're called like that because they've been kind of, after World War I, they've been put into grease, like put into storage. And you do get smoke and explosives, and I think that's quite a nice combination. Radar trait, which now applies to light infantry. The traits are new will be new in the patch. And you get the AB Engineer Leader, another new unit. TNT, quite nice. If they are checked in CQC, they can defend themselves, also with 2 Thompsons. Thompsons, not too bad. Then you get AB Engineers. And AB Engineers. And the US variant, the Flamer squad, is new. So there's here you can see the British one with TNT, the American one with a flamethrower and 3 Thompsons. Shock and radar trait as well. 11 men strong for 25 points. Not too bad. And you get the AB Leader, which is new in the US variant. Let's compare it with the British one. You can see they get the Grand Rifle, which does more suppression, less damage, different SMGs. The Thompson is superior. You get semi-automatic rifles and a smoke grenade instead of the gammon bombs and one more man. Yeah, price-wise, it's the same. Availability is better for the AB leader though, because you get the AB leader double vetted if you want it double vetted. But I think the smoke on the leader is actually always a good thing. Then you get the AB Paras Fiat, which is not a new unit. 2 brands, 25 man. Fiat can do some stuff. Accuracy is quite bad, but still range is quite good. 200 meter. You get the AB rifles. You get 4 cards of them, so that's really a lot. And they are new here as well. This is a new addition with the Browning machine gun, semi-automatic rifles, and a bazooka. There are lots of bazooka squads. And this unit will also be featured in the new Groupement d'Ordi. So this could possibly be your line infantry, even though it's only one automatic rifle. It's actually a light machine gun, so you probably want to utilize the Piat, AB Paras Piat as well. And you get the Chasseur Para, also with the Browning. It's also 12-man squad. They are pretty much the same. They are slightly worse because they don't have 9 rifles, semi-automatic rifles, and they lack the bazooka. Availability is the same, but you could bring them unvetted. But if you can bring the AB rifles, why would you bring the Chasseur Para, to be honest? I don't see a reason for that. And yeah. That's a bit strange, yeah. Well, or then again, the carbine semi-automatic seems to be quite good as well. Less range, but the rate of fire is actually pretty good. The accuracy is better. So yeah, maybe if you want to rely more on that range, it might be an option. But is it worth sacrificing the bazooka? Maybe in a tournament setting where you know the enemy doesn't have many tanks, I guess. Then you get the already known FFI Maquisard. Flamer squad, 12-man French partisans basically, or Free French Army. Then you get another new unit, the glider rifles. They are also here and in the Groupement d'Ordi. Possibly called like that because they landed in gliders. 1 automatic rifle, bazooka, 10 M1 Grants, and the Thompson 12-man squad. Availability pretty much the same as the AB rifles. You get 1 more rifle, 1 less Thompson, and obviously a different, slightly worse machine gun at the same availability. AB Paras, I've mentioned it in a previous video. You get 1 less Sten gun and you get 1 Lee Enfield rifle instead, but you also lose the gammon bombs. 3 cards, so lots of options here. Here's another new unit, the Canadian Horsemen, and they are commando squad. And I've actually already noticed that the commando squads are pretty damn good. I think it feels at least like that the commando trait really makes the unit noticeably better. So you get 3 submachine guns and 8 rifles, and also 2 2 automatic rifles, so you can use them below 600 meters. It's only 600 meter range though, so less than the typical 750 meter, but you also get TNT, so very usable in a CQC situation as well. Pretty good unit, 13 men strong. And you get the new leader, the Forceman. Leader comes also double vetted. It's a bit more expensive than the other leaders here, the engineer leaders, but you get 3 in A phase. They can come in the 4th GPA, which is 100 kilometers fast and can swim. But yeah, leaders don't need to be first at the front, I think. Then you get the late rifles, and they really arrive late in C phase. It's a nice option if you want more line infantry. Unfortunately, no AT on them. But then you get the Forceman Bar, 13 men strong. I mean, they also obviously cost 5 points more, but when you compare them, you get 1 more man, you get the bazooka, and you get 1 more rifle, and you get the grease gun instead of the Thompson. So maybe slightly worse because of accuracy, but availability is 18 in C, and they have 18 as well. So this is, the Forceman is pretty damn good, a force to be reckoned with. It can come in the Duke W that can swim. And then you get the rifles leader, which is only available in C phase. Comes with a sniper rifle. Is the rifles leader new? No. Rifles leader is not new. Obviously all the Forcemen are new. Then in the Recon tab, and they all have the commando trait. You get the bike here. Hardly anyone ever uses it, maybe with radio. The radio option is the Jeep. Availability is the same, which is interesting. Price is the same. Then you get AB Scouts. They are new in the US variant. There's a British variant already. So British and US, there's the difference. The US version has the same amount of men, but it's got Thompsons instead of Sten guns, which is an improvement. And they get semi-automatic rifles instead of bolt-action rifles. And they get a sniper rifle instead of an automatic rifle, and smoke instead of an anti-tank grenade. So they are a little bit more ranged focused, I'd say. Then you get the FFI Saboteur. They are not new. TNT, usable. Also one of the few female units or female models in the game. Then you get the Pathfinder US version. There's also the British version. You can see here they have a different uniform, but not only that, they have a different price. The new American version is slightly cheaper, 5 points cheaper, but also 4 men weaker. Different weapon loadout as well, and the Americans rather fight against tanks with their gammon bombs. So yeah, availability is 3 single vetted in A phase, and for the Pathfinders the same. So it's, yeah, depends on what you really want. Then you get American Scouts, not new, 4-man squad. You get the AB Sniper, another not new unit, single sniper, 2 dudes but 1 sniper rifle. And you get the British Pathfinders like shown before. And here's Tommy Prince, the hero unit, the Ace, a scout unit with flames and a sniper rifle. 7 men only, but it's with the commando trait and can come in a Duck W. So I think it can be interesting. And then you get 1 armored vehicle here, the M8, for B phase only, maybe to support an infantry push in B. Now let's go to the tank tab. And there's nothing new. You get Stewards, You get command Shermans, and you get a Sherman. They are locked in B phase. Some stuff has already changed because in the devlog, when they were introduced, they were supposed to arrive in C phase, but that obviously has, as of now, changed to B phase. Everything is still work in progress, the preview build, so we'll see what happens at release. But I guess this division was just not viable with only C phase armor, so I guess it has been moved to B phase availability as well. In the support tab, there's nothing new to write home about. You get your 2-inch mortar with a limited range. You get the British one. You get the Jeep. I love those Jeeps and smaller supply trucks from the Airborne divisions because you can split your supplies. Then you get the Browning HMG, you get Vickers, and you get an MG34 as well. So what would you bring? Hübel only. So because of speed, you might even consider the Vickers. The Browning is maybe a bit too weak. Also limited range. But then again, availability is worse. Yeah, but this is the best one of these. But then you also get M2HB. And that's got the range. And it's in the Jeep. You can bring it in A phase. It's a bit expensive though, but you might go for that one. You've got 2 cards. You get a howitzer with heat and 1,500 meter range. You get 2 supply trucks. You get the M4105, 2K range HE option. So that's quite good. 3 machine guns as well. 1, 2, 3. Then you get the Jeep Commander. Armor is 110 front armor. That's quite nice. In particular against allied troops. Jeep Commander, AB Commander, and M20 Commander. And the M20 Commander is phase locked to B phase. Maybe originally even C phase, who knows. In the anti-tank tab, also nothing new. You get an AB Pirate. You get the bazooka, which is so good. 6 man, just 20 points. I think it's much better than the Panzerschreck, even though I think the Panzerschreck has 190mm penetration. But this should do the trick. Then you get the Nisei 6-pounder, known from Task Force 45. Japanese, basically Japanese origin troops. You get the AB M1 gun. Cool thing is it's got the radar trait and, even cooler, HE shells. And you get a 6-pounder. It at least has APCR, 1K range. And then you get 2 cards of M10A1 tank destroyers. Not quite a 2K option. With the APCR it is. But you have 2 APCR shells before you have to reload, so you have to be really, or before you have to resupply, you have to be really careful with that and make that count. Yeah, it's a shame. More slots would be welcome, I think, here. You probably go for bazooka, 6-pounder, 1 card of tank destroyer, and then maybe the M1 gun in A phase, even though it's super slow. That sucks. So maybe even the 6-pounder in A. Tricky. Yeah, it's only 72 kilometers. That's a bit of a shame for your early deployment. And here you get the Citroen Hotchkiss. Those tiny calibers are supposed to be buffed, but still this is not very viable. Then you get the M16 MGMC. 4 Brownings, again, supposed to be buffed. And then you get 2 cards of Bofors, and that's actually quite good. B phase locked though. Artillery tab. And the Hotchkiss here is available in Butler, for example. It's a free DLC that you can get with Task Force Butler. And I think Tatra maybe? Sensitivities and Tatra is in the same DLC, I'm not quite sure. And here you get the AB spotter, the US variant with the Thompson guns is new. 60mm mortar, I really like those. Then you get an artillery commander with the new artillery trait. They will give radio to tube artillery, so not mortars or rocket artillery within range, and they will also reduce dispersion. As you can see, the difference basically is the loadout, the weapon loadout, and the American loadout is significantly better, and there's not a single reason, in my opinion, to take the British artillery commander over the American one, given that loadout. M1A1 howitzer, 75mm, really nice, has smoke as well, quite cheap. 81mm mortar with radio, and then another one in the which is the American one, and basically there is literally no difference. The US version is new though. I mean, the difference is the uniform, of course. And the Jeep, and here it's the Willis, which is also a Jeep. Yeah, I think, right? Yeah. Or maybe not. Then you get a 107mm mortar with radio. That might actually be an interesting choice. Not new though. And then you get the M21 81mm howitzer, but unfortunately only in B phase, the earliest. It's really good. Air tap. You get the B26B10 MA Marauder, quite large, available in Butler as well. Then you get the F5A Recon plane, which is new as a Recon plane. Then you get the Seafire L3, that is new. Basically, Seafire is a Spitfire that's modified for aircraft carrier duty. Then you get the B-25J-25 Mitchell bomber, okay-ish bomb loadout, available in Task Force 45. You get a Seafire F Mark III, modified Spitfire here as well. Then you get a P-51 B-10NA, also known from Task Force 45. You get the F6F5 Hellcat, which is new. And I think this is actually pretty cool because 600 kilometer speed is quite nice. The P-51B might overshoot. You get 6 machine guns and availability, single vetted, 3 in A phase is not bad at all. Also, you get medium resilience. You get the Beaufighter Mark X in 2 variants, 1 HE rockets and 1 with AT rockets. And the HE rockets are available in 2nd New Zealand, and the other one, the AT1, for example, in North Hill and Butler. You get a P-51 D5 in 2 variants, different bomb loadouts, and price. Availability stays the same. And the loadout with the 227 kilogram bombs is new. And the one with 2 454 kilogram bombs is available in 3rd Armored. And here you can see heavy payload takes longer to, well, you can't see it, but heavier the fighter bomber. a light, medium, heavy, the longer it takes to reload. So this is the deck. I think it's a very interesting deck. It has a lack of tanks, obviously, and a lack of ranged AT. So it really needs to rely on the Air Force, theoretically speaking, which is in 1v1 a little bit difficult. Infantry tab is very nice though, and my favorite new unit of this division is going to be one of the Forcemen, I'd say. Which one? I think I will go with the Canadian ones. They're new, and I think that they will be really nice in CQC, and then they can also hold the edge of the forest against many troops if they move far enough. You have to be a bit careful with that. So yeah, this is my unit, even though the hero unit is quite nice, the ace unit is quite nice as well. But yeah, let me know what you think of the division. If you want to play it, how are you going to build it? And I will show you how I'm going to build it in the next video. Until then, bye for now.